Hey everybody, I am 5 The Murder Drones BFDI and Luca fan, or just 5 Nights at Fives. Anyways, so if you don't know, I have autism and ADHD. And I have a very special guest to talk to you, the audience, about autism and ADHD. Everyone welcome onto the stream, Fireheart.
Hello, everybody. This isn't my first time on the stream here, but this is my first time talking about this topic on the channel, on my channel and this channel. I don't normally talk about this. I was working on a video talking about this, but I decided, well, heck, it'd be better to do it live. And so you could see our live reactions. So we're here.
Yep. And I wanted to put this autistic can like stuff, they can hate stuff, etc.
Yeah, it just depends on the person. It depends on their level, their place on the spectrum.
Yeah. They also can have hyperfixations, which if you're wondering, like, since I have a hyperfixation on BFDI and cartoons, pretty much. They can have, like, if running what hyperfixation means, hold on. I actually gotta search this up. Because I am an idiot sometimes. Hyperfixation is a state of intense and prolonged focus on a particular activity, subject, or person. Pretty much. Hyperfixations are pretty much when you're pretty much ignore the dogs in the background. Anyways, so hyperfixation is mainly like when you have an obsession with something, but not just your regular old obsession. Hold on. Pretty much, hyperfixations are pretty much like a heavy obsession with something. So, for example, I have a hyperfixation on BFDI, murder drones, and cartoons. So, yeah.
And like how I have a hyperfixation on things like FNAF and Pokemon and video games, and this channel is technically one of my hyperfixations. I hyperfixate on making content. I hyperfixate on this little detail and that little detail. And yes, people might see that as bad depending on the context, but I think it's actually good so that because it helps me be focused on the content. And before we continue, can I share a few things about the types of ADHD on?
Sure.
So ADHD has 3 different types. Inattentive, which is like the one where losing or misplacing important items, often distracted by unrelated thoughts, often stuff like that, often forgetting to complete daily activities. There's also hyperactive, which is kind of like fidgeting, the stuff you typically see in a Disney movie, like fidgeting, can't sit still, talks a lot. And then there's the combined type, which is just a mishmash of both.
Yeah, and autism there's not a specific number of amount of types of autism. There's an infinite amount, I'm pretty sure. Like everyone with autism is different. But there are a lot of people who on the spectrum who are pretty much the same. Like I have the hyperfixation on physical media. Some other autistic person some other autistic people might have a hyperfixation on physical media, such as VHS and stuff. So yeah,
And can I add something to what you just said? Not every single autistic person will like the same
sure.
things, though. It will be different. That's why it's called autism spectrum disorder.
Yeah,
There's a spectrum. Like, one person could be right here,
there's
another
infinite.
person could be right here, 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 or here. Maybe they could be off the spectrum somewhere. I don't know. I don't. Autism is something that's still being studied. We're still
Yeah,
learning more
and
about it
also
each day, yeah.
yeah, and also cartoon characters can also have autism. Heck, SpongeBob has autism.
Wait, what? I did not know that.
Even yeah, it was confirmed by the actual voice actor. And also,
What?
I think it was confirmed that 4 from BFDI has autism.
I'm gonna be honest. My character, the one you see in my profile
That
picture
makes
on my
it,
channel, my main character, which is a very similar person to me, but also different. It's like the version of me I want to be. But even they have autism because that's one thing I do not want to change about myself. That's something I want to keep about who I am. That's something I think makes me who I am. So yeah.
yeah. And also, heck, even my object Sona, Murder Drones VHSE, has autism. Even Uzi Plushie has autism, which I never talked about Uzi Plushie on this channel. However, my OC, Uzi Plushie, has autism, which makes it even cooler. And also, autism is just pretty cool, honestly.
And
Anyways,
and I'm gonna say one more
huh?
thing about my personal experiences before we end stream or do anything. So let's. I'm thinking, what if me and you each tell a story about ADHD and autism respectively? Mine will be ADHD, yours will be autism.
Okay, bet.
Who wants to go first, me or you? Do you want me to go first?
I will.
Okay.
So, I didn't figure out I had autism. I'll go first.
Okay.
I figured out I had autism when I was 8 years old, back in 2020, which wasn't a very good time to find out I had autism because there were other things going on in the world. However, I didn't know. I never knew I had autism, respectively. So, me having autism, it's just pretty cool, honestly. Because I think I kind of had like symptoms of it, like being obsessed with different things. And also, I I do have a bit of a problem with speech where I can't pronounce some words correctly, but that's why I try using different words instead, or using the short form of that word. So I'll do an example of a word I can't pronounce correctly. Hang on. This word I literally cannot pronounce correctly. No matter how hard I try, I just can't. But I use uncomfy instead. Yeah, so also I have hyperfixation. Also, going back to hyperfixations, I figured out I have more. Like, I figured out I like my autism when I got a hyperfixation on Fairly Odd Parents. Again. after I rewatched Jimmy Timmy Power Hour free for like the 50th time, I realized I think I have an obsession. Because if you watched my recent videos, you'll know I have an obsession with Timmy Turner. And Fireheart's gone. So, anyways, okay, I got comments. Hi. Anyways, so pretty much autism, honestly, like I'm gonna say my side of the story continuing on. Autism, honestly, like some people with autism are like pretty cool, while others are just I'm not trying to be offensive in any way, but well, others can be a little strange. But that's kind of interesting because probably because all of us are strange in our own way. Like how I watch Jimmy Timmy Power Hour nonstop. And I know every voice line in Jimmy Timmy Power Hour free. I can
Dang.
even read the whole transcript right now, but I won't.
You should. You should just make a
But I
video
won't,
that's
because
you
if we did
reading the
that, we'd be
transcript.
sitting here for an hour.
You should make a video that's just you reading the
No, I
transcript for an hour.
wouldn't. No,
For
that's a good idea.
that should be your next subscriber milestone. Did I just say subscriber? It says subscriber.
What? Like when I hit 500?
Yeah, that should be your next subscriber milestone.
So what's my current subscriber milestone though?
I don't know. I thought you would have something.
Could you go check? I think I posted in my community tab.
See,
Someone in the
we
chat,
got
go check out the community
distracted
tab right now.
because of our
Yeah, can someone in the chat go
ADHDs
check
and
out
our
the community tab right now?
autisms.
Yeah.
ADHD is such a good
Yeah,
thing,
exactly. So
low key. Like ADHD and autism is needed to exist.
yeah, and as is part and as somewhere in my school said, neurodivergent brains help make the world go round. And
I'm
yes, autism and
checking this for you.
ADHD are a type of
I'm gonna tell
neurodiversity.
my story on ADHD.
Okay.
So ADHD for me type is what I'm pretty sure I have at least. And so while one with someone with just one type will be like will fit into the two categories, I fit into both. Sometimes I can not sit still. I'm always like y'all see I'm always moving my hands while I record. Recording or editing or even just talking to friends.
Exactly.
I'm just like we're always doing hand gestures to like one day I was talking to a friend and I was like I couldn't think of the right word, so I just was like trying to explain what the object looked like. And so yeah. And another thing is ADHD can be different for like I said, different for everyone, just like autism. And if disclaimer, we should have said this early on. We are not diagnosing you here. We are not. That is far from what we're doing.
Yeah.
We are just people with them. We are not a professional. We are not a psychiatrist or whatever it's called. We do not exactly know one-to-one what we're talking about. I only know what I'm talking a little bit because well, experience and I do a little bit of research every now and then. So yeah.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
My experience with autism is pretty simple. However, also sometimes I can't handle change when like I'm going to like for example, one change I can't handle is switching editing softwares. I thought Clipchamp wasn't going to be user friendly. However, I use it all the hecking time now. However, I use it all the time now, so Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I'm trying to keep
I
this
tried
stream-
getting her. Do you remember the story?
Yeah,
Do you remember the
I
story I'm
don't.
about
I
to
don't.
tell? I tried to get you
No,
to
I don't.
use CapCut once, remember?
Yeah.
And you were like all against it and stuff.
Yeah, because of the whole because of the
Change. You're not
stuff
good
that
with it.
happened. Yeah. Anyways,
And so yeah, I think this is the end of the stream, right?
no, I must say one more thing. You can ask any
Okay.
questions if you want, chat. Chat, you can ask any questions. Just leave them in the chat. Cause we're gonna do a small bit of questions now.
Yeah.
So also also I would like to say one more thing while we wait for some questions. The reason, honestly, people I have to tell people I'm autistic. I literally have in my Discord bio that I'm autistic. Anyways, so any questions? Okay, we're gonna wait at least 5 minutes for a question as we chat a bit about autism and stuff. So basically, I actually didn't really notice my autism until my hyperfixation on VHS started showing up. Cause I literally if you've seen my physical media update from a month ago, you'll know I have a hyperfixation. And I also have a hyperfixation on my content. And also I'm gonna play an audio real quick that will honestly make me this will make me I'm gonna say something real quick. This audio is what I like. This is my favorite audio. Hold on. I'm playing on my Switch. Shut up. Sorry, my ad. I hate ads. I hate ads!
Hello. Someone's in chat.
Yeah, well, okay, I think we've been here long enough, so thank you guys for coming to this talk about ADHD and autism. And which might actually be a trailer for More Heroes, which is my upcoming show, which, yeah. See ya there. See you again, guys. Bye.